Ukraine's president has been talking for days about ordering a unilateral ceasefire, and now Petro Poroshenko appears to be making good on that promise. Mr. Poroshenko says the ceasefire will be implemented immediately, but he's promising consequences if pro-Russia separatists don't follow suit. Senior international correspondent Matthew Chance is following all of this for us from Moscow. He joins us now live. Are pro-Russia supporters following suit?
No, they're not. In fact, when this idea of a unilateral ceasefire was first floated by the Ukrainian president, the rebels came out then and they rejected the idea of it, saying that it was merely a ploy for them to lay down their weapons so they could be captured or killed. And what Ukraine is saying at the moment, the Interior Ministry putting out a statement, is that this ceasefire that's been talked about for several days now has been enacted immediately. It will be in force for a week until the 27th of June to allow, in their words, terrorists to lay down their weapons. And those who refuse, the statement goes on from the Interior Ministry of Ukraine, will be destroyed. And so there's an inherent threat in this ceasefire that this is an opportunity for the rebel groups, the pro-Russian separatists, to lay down their weapons and essentially walk away. There's an amnesty being suggested for those who haven't committed crimes, in the words of the Ukrainian government, or else the anti-terrorism operation, as the Ukrainian military have called it, which has involved killing dozens of people, if not hundreds of people, over the course of the past several days, will continue in earnest, Max.
And what does the government want them to walk away to, or where do they want them to go? Is the assumption that they would go back to Russia?
Well, a good many of the separatists, say the Ukrainian government, are Russian nationals, and they've encouraged what they call Russian mercenaries to move back across the border into Russia. But of course, there's an acceptance that many of the separatists are Ukrainian nationals as well. It's asking them merely to lay down their weapons. The objective of this is so that the government can implement, or the president of Ukraine can implement his 15-point peace plan, which he's been elaborating on over the course of the past 24 hours as well. It involves securing the border between Ukraine and Russia to prevent the flow of rebels and separatists and weapons across that border. It involves granting that amnesty to rebels who lay down their arms. On the political front, it involves protecting the Russian language and giving the eastern and southern regions of Ukraine a greater autonomy within a united Ukraine. What's not clear at the moment, and in fact it looks like it's not getting to this point, is whether this is enough for either the rebels or indeed enough for Moscow, for Russia, across the border to accept.